Need help with your new mobile fan? This video will walk you through the setup and operation of your new SonicAire fan. The mobile fan is shipped on its side as shown here. Please follow these unpacking instructions to prevent injury or damage to the unit. Use 3 people to unpack the unit. Remove wall, strapping, and plastic wrap from the crate. While one person is stabilizing the base of the lift, have 2 others remove the fan from the box, lifting it until it is upright. Ensure that the entire fan assembly is free of the box. Rotate the unit and fold the support legs out until all 4 legs are resting on the floor and locked in place with a locking collar. Once the fan is upright, remove the handlebar assembly and control panel from the shipping box. Remove the 4 steel leg ballasts from the bottom section of the shipping crate. Install the steel ballasts on each leg of the support legs. The 2 ballasts with post mounts for the handlebar assembly should be installed on the 2 legs on either side of the valve. Insert the handlebars into the posts. Tighten the 4 handlebar set screws to secure. Secure each ballast by tightening the 2 set screws against the legs. Secure the panel to the fan handlebar by installing the 2 provided 1/4-inch bolts and lock nuts. The mounting hardware is shipped inside of the control panel. Push in the air line to the top of the panel. Connect the female circular connector from the control panel to the male circular connector on the hub of the fan. Ensure that the decals on the male and female plugs align before pushing the plugs together. Do not force. Be aware of and avoid the following during startup and operation: drop-offs or holes, bumps, floor obstructions or debris, sloped surfaces, unstable or slippery surfaces, overhead obstructions or high voltage cables, hazardous locations, inadequate surface support to withstand all load forces imposed by the machine, wind and weather conditions. Ensure that the operator's manual is complete, legible, and available for reference. Ensure that all decals are legible and in place. Visually inspect all machine components to make sure the circular connector is secure, the power cable is clear of obstructions, the compressed air line is secured to the control panel, electrical cables and pneumatic lines are not trip hazards on the floor. The fan guards are intact and secure. Lock all 4 caster wheels to prevent the unit from moving. Turn the potentiometer located on the variable frequency drive to 0. Connect to a non-GFCI 115-volt single-phase 60 Hz outlet. Press F1 on the keypad once. F1 on the display should read "Fan on, oscillation on." The fan will start to oscillate and rotate. The fan motor will start slowly and increase to approximately 30% speed or 20 Hz. Turn the potentiometer to 9. The fan should slowly increase to full speed, 60 Hz. Turn the potentiometer back to 0 to gradually decrease fan speed to 30% minimum speed. Press F2 on the keypad. F1 on the display should read "Fan on, oscillation off." The fan will stop oscillating and rotating, but the fan motor will remain on. Press the F2 button again to resume the fan's oscillation and rotation. Press the F1 button to turn off the fan motor and cease the fan's oscillation and rotation. F1 on the display should now read "Fan off, oscillation off." Connect 90 psi plant air to the control panel using the 1/4-inch quick connect fitting. Press and hold the F4 button. The lift should slowly rise. Ensure the power cable is free of obstructions when lifting the unit. Ensure both brake feet are in contact with the floor while the lift is in the raised position. Release the F4 button when the fan reaches the desired height. Ensure the area around the fan is free of obstructions. Press and hold the F4 button again. The fan should begin to descend. Continue to hold the F4 button until the fan unit has descended completely. Raise the fan back to maximum height by pressing and holding the F4 button again. Press the F1 button once. F1 on the display should read "Fan on, oscillation on." The fan should slowly rotate and oscillate during this step. Press the F1 button one more time to stop the fan. F1 on the display should read "Fan off, oscillation off." Lower the fan by pressing and holding the F4 button until the fan unit has descended completely. Your SonicAire fan is now ready for operation. Once the assembly and inspection are complete, you may disconnect the fan from the power and air sources and move the unit to the desired location for operation. Lock all 4 caster wheels to prevent the unit from moving. Place caution barriers or cones as required. This is necessary if your fan is located in a high-traffic area. Plug in the 115-volt cord and connect to a plant compressed air hose or portable compressed air tank. Ensure that the fan will be able to rotate a full 360 degrees without hitting any object in the overhead area. Do not locate near any humidifier or adiabatic cooler which produces free moisture which can get on the fan. Raise the fan to the desired height for the cleaning area. Press the F1 button to turn on the fan motor and start the fan oscillating and rotating. The mobile control panel is equipped with a keypad and an LCD screen control system for programming and operating your mobile fan. Use the information in this section to understand the functions and features associated with the LCD panel control system. Function 1. Turning your fan on and off. Pressing the F1 button will turn on the fan motor and start the fan's oscillation and rotation cycle. Press the F1 button again to turn off the fan. Function 2. Oscillation stop. While the fan is running, press F2 to stop the fan's oscillation and rotation. Press F2 again to resume oscillation and rotation. Function 3. Run timer. Press F3 to cycle through the on-off settings for the run timer. This function operates a countdown timer for how long the fan will operate. To change the time of operation, press and hold the escape button until the hour-minute designation is highlighted. Press Enter to highlight the individual time selection. Use the up-down arrows to set the desired run time. When done, press Enter. Function 4. Lift operation. Press and hold the F4 button to raise the pneumatic lift and deploy the brakes. Press and hold the F4 button again to lower the lift. The F4 button must be held until the desired height is achieved. Once returned to the lowest position, the brakes will release. SonicAire fans are designed so that they can operate continuously. In order for the fan to create an effective overhead barrier to prevent dust accumulation, the fan must be running during production. It is a customer's responsibility to ensure that the fans are operated frequently enough that a dust cloud is not produced by the fan. SonicAire fans are not designed or intended to be used as a blowdown tool and should not be used as such. Dust concentrations must remain below minimum explosive concentration levels or MEC levels. If the fans will not be operated continuously, they should be operated frequently enough that when turned on, no visible quantities of dust can be seen in the atmosphere. If the dust is visible when the fan started from a cold state, the fan should be operated more frequently. Customers should map the facility that the fan is to be used in and should identify strategic points of operation. These points should be identified on the map and on the floor in the facility. The fan should be moved to all identified positions on a regular basis to ensure that each location is regularly cleaned. SonicAire recommends creating a schedule and documentation to ensure this happens on a regular basis. Warning: lock out the fan prior to accessing the fan or opening any electrical or mechanical enclosures. SonicAire recommends that you complete the following steps every 6 months. Clean and visually inspect your fan for any abnormal conditions or wear. Verify that all fasteners are tight and tighten as required. Inspect the gear motor for oil leakage. Inspect the upper cylinder as follows. Number 1. Plug in the fan and connect it to the air supply. Number 2. Disconnect the connecting link from the driven disc by removing the shoulder bolt. Number 3. Using the controls, lift the fan assembly approximately 6 inches or 150 millimeters. Using a hoist approved for lifting 250 pounds, support the fan assembly so that it can't be lowered. Number 4. Disconnect power and air supply from the unit. Number 5. Slide all lift cylinders down away from the reinforcing collar. Number 6. Inspect the upper lift cylinder for any signs of cracking or bulging. Pay particular attention to the area just below the reinforcing collar. Number 7. If any issues are observed, remove the unit from service and contact SonicAire Parts and Service. Number 8. If no damage is observed, the unit can be put back into service. Once per year, we recommend that you check all electrical connections for proper tightness. All bearings are sealed and self-lubricated and require no additional lubrication. Although they require no maintenance, they may wear out over time. The mobile fan unit is shipped from the factory with the iDrive in the standard standing position, 6-ZK. For information regarding changing the iDrive setting, see your fan owner's manual. If you're unsure about any of these steps or need a manual for your fan, controls, or mounting equipment, please contact SonicAire Parts and Service at 336-712-2437 or by email at partsandservice@sonicaire.com.